Huge news after the market close on Friday that the S&P 500 will be adding Penn National Gaming to its index. This is absolutely incredible news, seeing that so many people were bearish on this company going back to March. They've done so many things right, and we're going to be covering that in this video. All of the catalysts that they've had in place that could potentially push this company higher. So stay tuned to the end. We'll talk about what the roadmap looks like for this company in the future. But if this is your first time here, welcome. My name's Nick, and this is Ways to Wealth. Before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you a huge favor. If you learn something new or you get some value out of the video, hit that like button for me. It definitely helps me out. And if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button, turning that notification bell on. I would definitely appreciate that. Without further ado, let's talk Penn National Gaming. This article covers the fact that the S&P 500 is adding Penn. They are also adding Caesars, a semiconductor company, and Generac. We got this news at 5:57 after market close. It's absolutely incredible. It's something that I've been following over the past year. I'm definitely bullish on this company. And one of the reasons why I'm super bullish on this company is the fact that they made a major deal, a major acquisition in January of last year of Barstool Sports. Barstool Sports is a marketing, media, podcast, merchandise, entertainment. Just this company has so many different touch points that resonate with the younger generations, and I think it fits perfectly into this business model, and it's all steamed and all streamlined ahead by this gentleman here, and that is Dave Portnoy, El Presidente. He has taken this pandemic by force. He has done so many of the right things to kind of get his hands in so many different pots and so many different actions that have kind of given him so much notoriety and so much publicity over the past year. We'll talk about that a little bit further in depth, but let's talk about the deal. The deal was worth $450 million, and this gave them a 36% stake in Barstool. They also wrapped in an option to buy up to 50% of the company 3 years later. So they agreed to pay an additional $62 million for 50% of the company, which I think is the smartest deal they could do. Going back to it, just being a fan of Dave Portnoy and Barstool, he was basically saying that they were trying to sell to a few different suitors, but they couldn't find anybody to buy it. So they were happy to kind of have this partnership with Penn. I know Dave and the team is all on board to kind of push this company to the next level, push it to greatness. And I think that's kind of exemplified in the stock price. I think a lot of other people see what the potential is of this company. So we could see, this is the stock chart going back 5 years, and it kind of hovered. It hovered around this $22 to $30 mark. And it obviously, when all the other companies went down, it went down as well. And it started trading for around $7. And that was at the bottom, kind of this March 20th, 23rd period. And if we take a look at the performance from the lows in March, this company is up over 1,500%. 1,500% since the lows in March. And if we take a look at since the acquisition in January, this company was up, let's just say roughly 200 to 300%. So a lot of people are buying into this Barstool acquisition. And, you know, going back to what I originally said, I think it stems from Dave Portnoy. If you're not familiar with him, I'll give you a little bit of a rundown of why he's so popular. One, he does daily pizza reviews. Pizzerias around the company score 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. Decimal form, make sure not to go round number. Those are rookie numbers. He also did an unboxing when the lockdown happened where people started sending him presents. He would go stream online, open up these gifts from all the different people. He's done the Barstool Fund, which is raising money for small and medium-sized restaurants that are on the verge of bankruptcy. That is an absolute massive thing that he's doing to give back to the community. And one of the things that he's kind of gained notoriety from in the finance portion of it is DDTG, which is the Davy Day Trader Global. And he goes online and talks about different company that he's buying in the market. A lot of people have associated with the retail trader and Dave Portnoy and the whole retail scandal. He's kind of taken the forefront and being kind of the face behind the Robin Hooders and been an absolute force. Has gotten some negative feedback with being paper hands, but definitely what his goal is to be the face of the younger generation. So I'll show you a clip of DDDG on Friday just to give you an example of what he's all about.
Apply this song to stocks. Touch a stock's body. Let's go. Let's rip. Yeah, the score is now down 5%. Hey, GameStop, go get. Let me be in on the joke one time, GameStop. Let me be in on the joke. I like jokes. I like inside jokes. I want to laugh. I want to have some fun. I want to party. I want to fucking, you know what I want to do? You got to have faith.
So you got a little bit of understanding behind Dave Portnoy. He wants to play in the GameStops. He wants to do this. He wants to do that. He's just looking to be a source of entertainment. He's looking to be the face of where investing is going to go in the future. And that is definitely, hopefully, in the power of the retail investor. So obviously he covers so many different things: the merchandise, the podcasts, the TV spots, the multiple different things. He's got a football college show. He's got an NFL show. This company is all over the internet, and Penn is definitely benefiting from that. And what goes hand in hand with the sports portion of Barstool is Barstool Sportsbook. They are a online sports gambling, so they are taking advantage of the online gambling craze that is coming to the US. And we'll talk a little bit about what the power this has for the company moving forward. But first and foremost, they did enter the Illinois market. Illinois is one of the most recent states to give permission to allow online sports gambling, and they are there. Not only are they in Illinois, they also started up in Pennsylvania, which is Penn's home state. And as of a couple weeks ago, they opened up in Michigan. A little bit of differentiator about the Barstool Sportsbook to its many competitors, whether it's DraftKings, FanDuel, ScoreBet, some of the foreign competitors, Bet365, etc. There is a lot of competition in the space, but what the differentiator is Dave Portnoy. DraftKings spends a lot of money on advertising. Dave Portnoy does the advertising himself through his Barstool social media pages, Instagram, podcasts. He doesn't need to go and spend. He can grow this business organically through him as being the main benefactor or main source of that advertising portion. So moving along, we'll take a look at where sports betting is legal. This is a map, up-to-date map of where all of it is legal. Green, this real green dark line right here, shows where it is legal online. Blue is where it's legal pending. Green, this lighter shade of green, is showing where it is legal only in person at casinos. And red is potentially, far in the distance, and gray is where it could be happening this year or next year. And we can see that the green capabilities are so small in terms of the whole grand scheme of things. So like I mentioned before, Barstool's in Penn, they're in Michigan, and they are also in Illinois. So there is so much capability of where this company could potentially grow as more and more states open up. If you haven't seen already, Dave Portnoy actually situates himself in whatever state is going live. He was living in Penn for a bit. He was living in Michigan. And I believe he is in Illinois today as that is coming online. Where this industry could potentially grow is absolutely incredible as well. We can see in this article that the legal gambling from your phone could be $150 billion market. But making it happen will be tough. This kind of touches on the legalization and the competition. We can see that FanDuel and DraftKings have 83% market share sports betting in New Jersey, which was kind of the forefront, one of the first states to go live with this sports gambling. But basically what this is saying is that the market capitalization, the market potential for sports gambling is $150 billion, and they're not even scratching the surface on that. So as they continue to go legal and people start moving their bets from illegal platforms onto legal platforms, opens up a huge potential for this company. So if it's at 140 after hours on Friday, this company could potentially be going higher. Would I be suggesting to be buying in right now? I'm not entirely sure. I would say buy in at 140. But as the market continues to see weakness, I would definitely be suggesting to add or start a new position in this company. Obviously, do your own homework. Do your own due diligence. Make sure that you have your own conviction. That is the number one thing, because if the stock does go down 20 or 30%, it's going to be something that you're going to have to live with. So make sure you're doing your own homework. Make sure you're doing your own research and making sure that you are in agreement with what I'm saying, but without that whole disclaimer and propaganda there. This is a company that will win out in the long run because they don't need additional money for funding, and they can use these Barstool media, social media mogul to kind of push out the word, push out the advertising, be top of mind, be in the line of sight. This is something that will push Penn higher. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like going over all the catalysts behind the company. We didn't really cover on it, but obviously Penn being a casino company, this is also a reopening play. So as these states start opening up, when people get more and more vaccines, that will be a huge benefactor to income, revenue, bottom line, whatever you want to call it. The Barstool Sportsbook, this is absolutely incredible for the future of the company. And then you have Dave Portnoy and Barstool pushing this company to new highs. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you're still here, please consider hitting that like button. It definitely helps me out. Also consider hitting that subscribe button. We do this all the time just for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.